Hello, welcome. My name is Dr. Alan Lawrence. Menopause is a natural state of life. Thanks to improving healthcare and preventive approaches, women are living longer. But are they happier and healthier? One of the most common problems women face today is not knowing what to do nor how to help themselves as they approach the onset of menopause. Menopause can present many challenges as well as opportunities for women. In this program, we will look at the problems and solutions commonly associated with menopause. Please come join us as we tell you how to breeze through menopause. Menopause generally begins between 45 and 55 years of age. When it comes, it brings with it the end of both menstrual cycles and fertility. While menopause marks the end of the childbearing years, it can be the beginning of one of the most productive and creative periods of life for women. While some women experience little or no symptoms associated with menopause, other women may be all but incapacitated by the changes in their hormones and body chemistry, as well as the associated physical, mental, emotional, even spiritual conflicts created by or aggravated by menopause. Fortunately, however, most problems can be prevented with some very basic prevention, as well as with a basic understanding of what is actually happening. For many women, taking advantage of female hormonal replacement therapy, or HRT, can also help a great deal. What is commonly referred to as the menopause is a process which is essentially made up of three stages. The first stage, the perimenopause, sometimes also called the premenopause. The perimenopause is the undefined period of time just prior to the actual cessation of ovulation and cyclic menstruation. The perimenopause can start as early as mid-40s and it can last for many years. Or it may be over and done with within one cycle. Women may or may not have menopause symptoms during this period of time. 2. Menopause. Menopause itself is said to have occurred once menstruation or menstrual periods have stopped for at least 12 months or one full year. 3. The postmenopause. The postmenopause is the phase which is made up of all of the years after menstruation has stopped for one full year, essentially all the rest of the woman's life. As women approach the perimenopause, the earliest stage of the menopause, some will have no problems at all, while others may well experience significant discomfort and a wide range of physical, mental, emotional signs and symptoms. When symptoms do occur, they are often perplexing as they seem to come from nowhere. During the perimenopause, many women are misdiagnosed and left to suffer needlessly. Others are correctly diagnosed and effectively treated and suffer little and have few problems. Hot flashes, flushes, and night sweats are some of the more common uncomfortable symptoms associated with menopause. Often, the symptoms are frustrating as friends, neighbors, and even doctors will tell the women that they are all in their head, when in fact they are not. These symptoms are generally fully preventable and treatable. For each woman, the pattern of symptoms and their degree of annoyance, inconvenience, and downright destructiveness may be quite different. While many of the symptoms associated with menopause may be caused by factors such as the loss of estrogen, or the inability of estrogen receptors to work correctly, or a problem with the secretion of the hormone inhibin, some researchers believe that dietary imbalances, unresolved emotional issues, and learned behaviors may also play a significant role in the type and severity of the menopausal symptoms. Clearly, there are lifestyle factors that appear to contribute to and even be responsible for some of the symptoms associated with the menopause. Many of these lifestyle factors may also contribute to the triggering of some of the mental and emotional symptoms associated with menopause. While exact causes of menopausal symptoms may still be unclear, the problems associated with menopause are clear, and many will need to be dealt with in order to protect the woman's quality of life and her overall well-being. Most of the long-term risks of menopause are associated with aging. Some long-term risks are associated with hormonal deficiencies or imbalances, particularly deficiencies of estrogen. Since we cannot stop the passage of time, we must look toward starting preventive measures early on, during the years when menopause is simply a word or something that is happening to your mother, your aunts, or older relatives. Clearly, here the old adage, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, is the key to a happy and healthy longevity. The risks of cardiovascular disease include a host of issues that range from annoyances to life-threatening conditions such as heart attack and stroke. Clearly, the time to start preventing problems is very early in life, during the woman's teens and 20s. Yet, most women do not do this. As the perimenopause comes closer, lifestyle changes, such as reducing saturated fat, especially cholesterol in your diet, creating a regular daily exercise program, and reducing other cardiovascular risk factors is essential for a healthy heart in the post-menopausal years. Osteoporosis can create major health problems during the postmenopausal years. When osteoporosis occurs, it often includes some or all of the problems listed here. All of these problems can be prevented with the right help. Slideshow program number 4, Osteoporosis, and slideshow program number 5, Osteoporosis Prevention, can help you to recognize and prevent many of the risks of osteoporosis. An increased risk of certain types of cancers is commonly associated with menopause. Each of these different types of cancers appears to have some association either with decreased or increased levels of the female hormones estrogen and progesterone. Breast cancer and melanoma appear to occur more often in women who use or have used the synthetic hormones Premarin and or Provera. Endometrial cancer occurs more commonly in women with estrogen progesterone imbalances, too much estrogen and too little progesterone. Bioidentical hormone replacement therapy can help you to reduce the risk of most unwanted cancers associated with menopause. The more common non-cancer gynecologic surgical problems which occur during menopause are again also associated with either too little or too much female hormones. Hormone replacement therapy, HRT, allows for the balance of the levels of female hormones, hence reducing the risk of these non-cancer surgical gynecologic problems. The symptoms and problems listed here are commonly associated with the onset and progression of menopause. Once again, most are associated with the loss or imbalance of the female hormones estrogen and progesterone. At the same time, a concurrent reduction in the male hormone testosterone may also play an important role in both the presentation of symptoms and protection against osteoporosis, the creation of cardiovascular diseases, as well as muscle wasting and premature aging. Most of these distressing problems can be relieved or even eliminated by the judicious use of female hormone replacement therapy, HRT, along with small amounts of the male hormone testosterone. If there are no symptoms or problems by age 40, then prevention strategies for the perimenopause is relatively simple and relies on excellent relationship with your gynecologist and regular preventative physical examinations and testing. This should include annual pap smears and mammography, as well as total body skin checks, regular bone density evaluations, cholesterol and blood lipid testing can be performed every 2 years. Contraception. Birth control pills, condoms, diaphragm, IUD, rhythm, or other methods should be used if pregnancy is an issue. For For the sexually active woman, care in avoiding and preventing sexually transmitted diseases, HIV, gonorrhea, chlamydia, and other types of ED is also essential for the highest quality of life possible. If you are symptomatic, then elimination of these symptoms is paramount. This can be done with a combination of diet, herbal products, or with hormone replacement therapy, HRT, if indicated. Finally, evaluation and prevention of high risk factors for heart and vascular disease is essential, especially when there is a strong family history or predisposing factors for these conditions. Once again, pregnancy protection, hence contraception, should not be ignored if the woman is still menstruating or it has been less than 1 full year since her last menstrual period. As you move towards menopause, you should be considering a number of smart personal prevention goals. This step is essential for all women, especially those with high risk factors and strong family history for the major risk factors of menopause. There is no sense in simply treating symptoms if you're not also reducing your risk of long-term problems and complications of menopause and aging. Whether or not contraception is needed, or with or without a hysterectomy, once menopause has started, or when a woman is 40 years of age or older, she should begin to think of risk prevention strategies. If contraception is needed, oral contraceptives may solve two problems at the same time: contraception and hormone replacement therapy. Whether only some or all of these steps will be needed will depend on how severe your symptoms are and the level of risk that you face. Ultimately, your quality of life will depend on how early you start preventive measures and how well you use them. Consult your doctor, your gynecologist, or a specialist in preventive medicine. Get started now so that you can look forward to happy and healthy postmenopausal years. This is Dr. Alan Lawrence wishing you optimal health and wellness. Thank you for watching our Breezing Through Menopause series, program number 1, The Basics. The next program in this series is Breathing Through Menopause, program number 2, The Anatomy and Physiology of Menopause. The Breezing Through Menopause series is a joint production of Health Education Associates, Alan Lawrence, M.D., and Lisa Lawrence, Ph.D. Health Education Associates is located in Palm Springs, California. This production was written and narrated by Alan Lawrence, M.D.